Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Maliki, and today I'm going to share with you guys about our project, which is PALF sealing. Okay, so first thing is I wanna introduce to you guys about our project. Pineapple leaf fiber, or we call it PALF, is one of natural fiber that can be found naturally in pineapple fruit. Natural fiber can be used as an alternative to synthetic fibers for reinforcement in polymeric composites that are predominantly used as structural components in lightweight applications. Natural fiber composites have been shown to have superior mechanical qualities, improved electrical resistance, great thermal characteristics, superior tribological attributes, acceptable acoustic insulating features, and better fracture strength. Okay, in the usual fiber composite that we use, there are a lot of problems. Okay, the most common fiber on the market is asbestos sealing. Asbestos has various advantages such as its natural fiber resistance, which makes it suitable for roofing, flooring, and thermal installations. Because the material does not burn easily, it is not recommended to use it near electrical components. However, there are certain drawbacks to using asbestos as a sealing, such as health risk.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Muhammad bin Zainal and my metric number is AA200554. And now I will be continue to objective of this study. They have three objectives. First is to analyze the physical properties of PALF-based sealing. Second is to analyze the thermal properties of PALF-based sealing. And third is to produce PALF-based sealing with aesthetic value. Next is the scope of study. They have the scope of study. First, this study will be conducted based on the industrial visit on the production of pineapple fiber around Pontian district. And it is also important to get the information on conventional sealing size, properties, and procedure. Next, they have some laboratory tests, which is span test and bending test, moisture content test, thermal conductivity test, and water absorption test as they experimented in this project.
Okay, for the expected outcome, the expected result for this study is to be able to produce PALF sealing with standard size for use in industry. And the PALF sealing produced should be environmentally friendly and high resistant to heat.
Okay, now we move on to the chapter 2, which is literature review. In literature review, pineapple leaf fibers are a form of plant fiber derived from the leaves of the pineapple plant, which is a vegetable fiber or natural fiber. The pineapple plant, also known as Ananas cosmosus and belonging to the Bromeliaceae family, produces a variety of seasonal harvest plants originally arrived from the Brazil and were transported to Indonesia by Spanish sailors and Portuguese in the year of 1599. The pineapple leaf has a sword-like shape, is tapering at the end and has a blackish printing with a sharp thorn on the edges. Okay, now let's talk about the pineapple industries in Malaysia. In Malaysia, the pineapple industry has been contributed to the global pineapple production in 2013 was estimated about 315.977 metric tons. Within the late 1960s and early 1970s, Malaysia grew to become one of the top 3 pineapple producers in the world, thanks to the pineapple being the first crop farmed as a commodity crop, with great export potential in the country.
Next is the manufacturing of PALF. Natural pineapple fiber have excellent mechanical strength, but they are still underused nowadays. It can be used in a variety of ways, include artificial fiber as a sound absorber and as a thermal insulator. Next, let's go to the scrapping method. Scrapping machine is a machine that scrapes the pineapple leaf fiber, and the machine is made up of 3 different rollers, which is first one is the feed roller, second one is the leaf scratching roller, and the last one is a serrated roller. The feed roller is used to feed leaf into the machine. After that, the leaf pass through to the scratching roller. Next is the wrapping method. Small bundles of scratched pineapple leaf are immersed in a water tank containing substance liquor in a 1:20 ratio to 0.5% for quick writing reaction process. Many chemical constituents such as potassiums, lignin, fat and wax, ash content, nitrogenous matter, and pectin can be extracted from the material in the water tank. Next is the analysis of PALF. The increased use of biocomposite in industry has increased the possibilities for reducing the waste of renewable materials. PALF has a white color, is silky smooth, and has a medium length fiber with a high tensile strength. Next is the physical properties of PALF. Natural fiber-based composites are environmentally friendly nature and unique properties. The advantages of it is being readily available, easy to handle, and biodegradable.
Laboratory tests. There are several laboratory tests conducted based on product extract from pineapple fiber. These tests include strength and bending tests, moisture content tests, thermal and water tests, absorption tests. The result of the manufacture of sealing based on its main material, namely pineapple fiber, plaster, length, and depth. Okay, first test is strength test and bending test. Strength and bending tests are carried out to find out the ability of the sample to withstand the maximum load. Asbestos sealing and pineapple sealing will be compared based on their strength and flexibility. Textile preform are subjected to axial tensile deformation, intense shear deformation, transverse compaction, and out of plane bending deformation during composite reinforcement shaping. Okay, for the moisture content test, moisture content tests are conducted to find out the percentage of water on each type of the sealing. Okay, for the thermal conductivity test is the property of base material that is associated with the easy with which thermal energy is carried out from a particular material. Material that are easy to conduct heat with a small applied temperature gradient have higher thermal conductivity than material that are more resistant, more insulating to heat flow. Okay, for the water absorption test, this test is carried out to measure the rate of water absorption in the mixture of PALF sealing and asbestos sealing.
Okay, now we move on to chapter 3. In this chapter, we studied on how we observe and test the capability of the pineapple leaf PALF at Furniture Lab, Eduhub, Paguh Muar, Johor. For this study, two types of pineapple were used, the Josephine and Morris pineapple, which is define objectives, the problem statement, and the literature review. And from literature review, we got it from the previous research, and from library, which is book, journal, magazine, and the last is we got it from the internet.
Next is the field observation. The location of our project is to visit the Alu Bukit Nanas Station Plant, Jalan Kampung Melayu Raya, Pekan Nanas, Johor. Next is the PALF sampling. There are have two types of pineapple leaf fiber, which is Josephine and Morris. The fiber yield percentage of the Josephine type is higher than the Morris type because of the larger leaf size and the easier extraction.
Okay, now I will share about how to process or extracting the pineapple leaf fiber. There are 4 methods to use to extract the pulp. The first one is chemical treatments, where the pineapple leaf will gather from local resource, washed and dried in the sun before being powdered in a mixer grinder. The powdered sample were initially treated with a 2% sodium hydroxide solution before being magnetically agitated for 4 hours at 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, the second method is lime juice hydrolysis. Strong acids have been avoided for in the interest of environmental cleanliness and being produced by catalysis. Lime juice has been implemented. Lime juice is mixed with 2 grams of bleached pineapple leaf fiber and diluted with distilled water in the 1/7 ratio. And then we got the pulp. And the third method is ball milling. Ball milling is the collagen suspension was ball milled in a planetary ball mill, which consisted of a 500 ml plastic container containing ceramic balls of various size. And the method number 4, which is we're going to use in our experiment, which is manual method.
Next is the construction of mold, and there I have some procedure to make it a mold for this project. First step is cut wood for the mold both sides and base. And number 2, use nails to secure the wooden box side. Number 3, attach the wood to mold box base. And number 4, the size of it is 15 cm, that's 15 cm. And number 5, to avoid concrete effect, the installation should be done carefully with no small holes.
For the strength and bending test are performed to determine the sample ability to withstand the maximum load. Okay, for the moisture content test are performed to determine the percentage of water content on various types of the ceiling. The goal was to compare the moisture content of asbestos and pineapple ceiling. Pineapple size fiber ceiling 150 mm multiply 150 mm. Asbestos ceiling 150 mm multiply 150 mm. Scale, knife, ruler, microwave oven and ceiling laying container are required. Okay, for the thermal conductivity test, thermal conductivity is a property of a base material related to the ease with which thermal energy is carried through a specific material. Thermal conductivity is higher in materials that are easy to conduct heat with a small applied temperature gradient than in the materials that are more resistant insulating to heat flow. Material thermal conductivity change with the temperature, and the higher the temperature value, the lower the thermal conductivity value of the material. Okay, for the water absorption test, the purpose of this test was to determine the rate of water absorption in a mixture of PALF and asbestos ceiling. The goal of this test is to compare the absorption rate of two different ceilings. During this test, with instrument as well as 3 samples of each type of ceiling produced, where you get 3 pineapple fiber ceiling sample and 3 asbestos ceiling sample. For example, measured 150 mm multiply 150 mm. Okay, for the conclusion to the chapter 3, conclusion should be drawn with the goal of understanding the study in relation to the revenue generated. Strength and bending test, thermal conductivity test, moisture content test, and water absorption test are all used to evaluate the physical and chemical properties of the body ceiling type. Such tests revealed that pineapple fiber type ceiling still have some shortcomings when compared to asbestos ceiling. Following that, it is state that recommendations are required to improve the quality of the ceiling produced with different to the result and comparison of each test produced again the pineapple fiber and asbestos ceiling.